Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now we're going to be going on to Volume 3, but first I want to look to see what we've unlocked in the terminal disk. So 5, 8, and 9 were unlocked.
The 4-year period between 2011 and 2014 were golden years for the world. It was no accident that this coincided perfectly with the presence of Aura. After all, the world was an online game managed by the ultimate AI. Even in CC Corp, this was known only to a limited number of people. From the moment it began, no one fully understood Aura, the omnipresent AI system that controlled the world. The average player would have no way at all to even learn of her existence. Aura had inherited the intelligence of a genius, Harold Hewick, and the beauty of a poet, Emma Wieland. She was the ultimate administrator of the world, and a gifted debugger. And yes, she could behave like a temperamental creator. As the lone deity in the world, Aura would sometimes act impulsively like a fickle goddess. For example, it was Aura's idea, not CC Corporation, to create a replica of the Kite character and use it in a promotional giveaway campaign. She even put the hero of the bracelet in a demo version and returned him to gameplay. As to when Aura disappeared, that can only be determined by examining conditions in the world. Our best estimate is in late 2014. It was 7 years after the day of Pluto's kiss that abnormalities first began to be clearly detected in the world. Time lags and frequent crash servers started to seriously interfere with the game. These problems didn't just cause trouble for the world, they affected the entire network. Load processing increased, and real-world trouble quickly magnified. The Network Market Research Organization, NAB, along with other institutions, investigated the cause. But although they suspected it was due to a new type of virus, one similar to the kind that had caused the original network crisis, they were unable to find evidence of sabotage. That was no surprise. The real reason was simply that Aura had vanished. This alone caused the network to revert to its original specs. It took until early 2015 before executives at CC Corp would come to that realization. And that's how it began. The network, albeit quietly, began to fall into decay, and the world faced its own dark age. As it became less and less reliable, the world soon lost its popular appeal. Aura, the guardian ubiquitous. Only a handful of people understood the relationship between the loss of Aura and the network chaos. The top executives at CC Corp were forced to make a decision. Their plan was to resurrect Aura and bring her back to the network again. But the father of Aura, Harold Hewick, was dead. Therefore, the RA plan, the plan for bringing her back, required a different organization. This was how Project GU was established. I was concerned about the RA plan, so I opposed Amagi's attempts to experiment with his program. Fearing the situation would worsen to a point of real danger, I secretly removed one Epitaph user from the world and hid it in my home computer. This was the Epitaph user integrated with the Morgana factor of Tarvos the Avenger. Without all 8 characters, there was no way the RA program could be activated. But Amagi didn't even bat an eye at the unexpected absence of a key Epitaph user. It turned out that Amagi had secretly constructed a dummy Morgana factor and had prepared his own original Epitaph user as a backup. It didn't take him long to deduce that the missing Epitaph user was my doing. Amagi went ahead with his plan. He proceeded to gather 7 of the potential chosen ones together. Systematically, he matched them up to each Epitaph user. Meanwhile, he used his own dummy Epitaph user to connect to the network and began testing the RA program. This was the high point of Amagi's life. If he succeeded at reviving the ultimate AI, his genius would be considered on par with the great Harold Hewick. If he could somehow manage to control the ultimate AI, then in the eyes of many, he would even surpass Harold's genius. He was playing with genetics of the unknown, and unfortunately, I knew it was only to further himself. He wished to combine his own mind and fuse it with the ultimate AI. He wanted to become a god inside the network, using the 8 pillars to support him. As a result, Amagi's experiment was anything but perfect. In an instant, the RA program crashed. Suddenly, over 80% of the world's game data was completely wiped out. The minds of all 7 potential chosen ones were caught up in the Morgana factor's rampage, and they fell into comas. Sadly, Amagi suffered severe mental damage as well. Amagi's experimentation of the RA program ended in failure. I arrived shortly after the RA program went berserk and set about containing the situation. However, I was only able to recover a single Epitaph user from the devastation. The one I recovered was the Epitaph user integrated with the Morgana factor of propagation, Magus. His experiment having failed, a deranged Amagi caused a fire to break out. The fire spread fast, consuming a third of the CC Corp building, causing tremendous damage. The media was given news of only the fire itself, announcing to the public that several people were injured. Genocide of the unfaithful. What was the reason for this miserable failure? Most likely, it was because Amagi did not approach the world with enough respect. It may also be that the one most cursed by the ghost of Harold Hewick was none other than Amagi himself. Whatever the reason, the RA program's failure and at the same time Project GU's research data was also irreparably damaged. GU was suspended, and I took responsibility for the project's failure by resigning from CC Corporation.
Hmm.
Hey, Ovan, when I finally get better, we can live together, can't we?
That's why it's important that you get better soon.
'Cause then, you and I can be together in real life, just the way we are in the world.
I hope they're close in age.
Once, there used to be a goddess statue here.
A goddess?
A goddess that exists in the world.
Then maybe I'll ask the goddess if she would have mercy on me and cure me. So what is the goddess's name?
Her name is... Aura. The key of twilight. The ultimate AI. Morgana factor. And Harold Hurick. So, what song shall we play today? To awaken the sleeping beauty. Aina. As powerful as it was, the Avatar's data drain could not take Ida from you. Your wound was too deep. And the treatment too late. Yes.
Shut up! You dare lay your filthy hands on my Aina?
Yes, that's right. I'm the one who made your sister a lost one.
Oh.
Be still a little longer.
Okay.
Just a little longer. Haseo. There's no more time. I am. Ida will. The epitaph of twilight.
The online game, The World, Revision 2. It has become a lawless land, where PCs who prey on others, or PKs as they are known, roam freely throughout the land. In order to save the Komato Shino, Haseo, the PC who holds the title Terror of Death, pursued a mysterious PK named Tri-Edge and finally destroyed him. However, this resulted in the rise of an abnormal phenomenon known as Ida. Only Haseo and the other Epitaph users who control the unknown power of avatars are able to exterminate Ida. Having ascertained that Ida had caused a sudden change in Sirius, the Emperor of the Holy Palace. Haseo traveled to the arena accompanied by former Emperor Alcade. Through many difficult battles, Haseo grew in skill and strength. However, a terrible price for this was paid when Alcade became comatose as well.
That pissed me off.
Following the advice left by Alcade, Haseo relied on Endrance's strength to finally defeat Sirius. Yet, the reappearance of Triage, thought long ago defeated, brought only more uncertainty. In the midst of that, Sakaki, second unit leader of the Moon Tree Guild, began a revolt and seized control of the guild's headquarters. And so, in a throne room warped by Ida's power, Haseo battled Adeli, a member of the Moon Tree Guild, and released her from Ida's control. After that, Haseo pursued the fleeing Sakaki and defeated him, only to discover the identity of the true culprit who had been pulling the strings. Ovan. Respected leader of the Twilight Brigade, the legendary guild of which Haseo was once a member, and the man who thus far has led him to every one of his battles. However, once Ovan's left arm became exposed for all to see, Haseo understood everything. It was him all along. He was the one who attacked Shino. He was the true Triage.
Ovan.
Become stronger, Haseo.
You know I became a PKK to track down Triage, the PK that took out Shino. In the beginning, I was certain that the guy I saw back then was him. But the person who PK'd Shino, the one who was Triage, was you. You had Triage's Ida sealed in your left arm the whole time, Ovan. You knew everything. You hurt Shino, and then manipulated me. Have you been using me? Since the first moment we met? I'm such a damn fool. You want me to become stronger? What is it you want me to do? What are you planning? I just don't get it. Ovan! I won't run from this! And I will finish this once and for all!
Ovan. Why would he refuse help from CC Corp? Or from me for that matter, if Ida was inside of him? Why would he place all of the world in such terrible danger? There's a high probability that Ida has already spread outside of the world. If Ida can amplify people's emotions, then it could control the entire population like a cult leader or tyrannical dictator. There will be widespread panic. What?
PC Yada. Your access to the Serpent of the Lord has just been terminated.
What?
Crimson versus
Let's head to the Sigma server for Kennard's advanced at-home in Breg Epona. Adelie, are you alone worrying again? Don't get lost in your own difficulties. Your problems are also mine. Or rather, all of our problems.
Salvador Ihara's Online Jam!
Mr. Ihara. Mr. Ihara. Ah!
No. You know, you can't be so easily startled if you want to be a professional reporter.
If you think I want to be one, you're dead wrong.
That may be true, but didn't the school fire you?
Whose fault is that? You were released from the hospital, right, Mr. Ihara?
Yes, but things aren't right yet. The missing elementary school children haven't been found. They're still out there.
Osamu Kawaguchi and Toru Uike. The school may have fired me from my job, but those two are still students of mine.
Let's you and I save the children. Doll Syndrome and the hit game The World. We must shed some more light and discover the truth.
Assistant Professor, come on, please answer a few questions. Come on.
News media? Oh, Mr. Ihara.
Excuse me, step aside, please. Coming through.
What's going on? Professor, please! Open up!
Thanks to your program, the book's a bestseller and the cause of all this commotion.
I just hope you'll find it in your heart to split the royalties with me. Huh?
Professor Sugai, where are you going?
Isn't it obvious? To save the children, of course.
Right!
The latest generation of network automobile navigators, the 3NS, is suspected of being behind a rash of major highway accidents. The cause is thought to be a faulty network access system, affecting nearly 975,000 units in this country alone. The manufacturer, South Marshall, has launched an immediate recall of the 3NS and is requesting users to refrain from activating the units.
Man, everybody's an asshole.
Let's head to the Sigma server for Kennard's advanced at-home and break epic.
It's Haseo! You know, thanks to you, we can use the advanced at-home. Why don't you go and try talking to the Grunty?
Yeah, there might be some kind of event or something.
You're late, oink. Haseo, you're slower than a tortoise with a foot ache, oink, oink.
Man, his oinking is annoying.
Guild update procedures are complete, oink. I always considered you a little nose hair, oink. Never thought you'd end up this resourceful, oink. You have my thanks, oink. But never mind that, we've got something big to worry about, oink. Mellow Grunty's gone missing, oink. You need to search for him at once, oink.
Mellow Grunty? You mean Moontree's Grunty?
I heard that Moontree headquarters had been closed down.
Oh, poor thing. He must be so sad to have lost his home.
Poor thing. He's just an NPC.
Haseo?
Adelie, where'd you come from?
What? I've been here the whole time, haven't I?
Don't stand in my blind spot, okay?
Haseo, let's go find Mellow Grunty. I'm sure he just ran away because of the shock of Moontree getting closed down.
NPCs run away? It's no use. Once Adelie's gotten like this, she won't budge an inch. All right. But where are we supposed to go look for him?
Oh yes, Mellow Grunty left behind a message. Let's see now, it reads, I am at Sigma Universal Oceans Glide. No matter what, do not come looking for me. Oink!
That's pretty much begging us to look.
Okay then, let's head to Sigma Universal Oceans Glide.
I want to come too. Invite me and Adelie, all right?
Oi, oi!
Mellow Grunty's supposed to be in this area, right? Are any of the other Grunties here? Maybe we should see if we can find them first.
Razor's Edge!
This is a piece of cake.
I guess we did it!
First strike!
I didn't even break a sweat.
You're open! Razor's Edge!
I guess we did it!
What is this, a
Hey,
rope?
bro! Be a bud! Oink! Thank you for...
I'm tracking Mellow Grunty's current position, Netto. So he ran away because of the shock from Moontree.
I'm looking for Mellow Grunty. What a crybaby. Ha! What a wimp. Ha! You should just smash it.
You're open! Razor's Edge!
I guess we did it!
We won!
To flee because of weakness is a sin. Fleeing from reality changes nothing.
He's begging us to look for him.
Moontree area's all gone. They closed it. It's probably all my fault. Maybe this is just my punishment for not eating all of my vegetables. I'm just gonna sit right here and keep crying. And eventually, I'll drown in a river of my tears without anybody caring or even noticing.
Mello, please. None of what happened was your fault.
I was so worried about you. Come home with us, okay?
Adelie, he's an NPC. Talking to him isn't going to help at all.
Huh? Someone from Moontree? I'm so sorry. I've been such a bad boy. I'm so sorry for running away. I shouldn't have done it. Please forgive me. I'll never do anything like this again. I promise. Just for you, Adelie, I won't ever run away. Okay?
I see. All it took was somebody from Moontree to talk to him.
What a relief. Mello looks like he's okay.
Mello is the one who always looked after the guild members. So I just thought we shouldn't forget him, even if he is an NPC.
Oh, I understand. I think it's important to feel that way.
Well, let's head back to the at-home, all right?
Well, looks like you got Mellow Grunty back on his feet, Oink. I might just have been a little bit wrong about you, Haseo. I think I'm gonna start thinking of you as a straight nose hair instead of an ugly crooked one, Oink. Now, get back to work, Oink, Oink, and earn us lots more money, Oink.
Yeah.
Haseo, I'm gonna work real hard and make this guild as big as it can be, I promise.
Haseo, we've been through a lot, but we'll do our best to give you as much help as we can.
Oh, man. Ida isn't just my problem. Or just Ovan or Shino's problem either. It's a problem for these guys, too. And all the players of the world.
Haseo?
Adelie, I swear to you, I'm never going to take my eyes off you guys again. It's my job, as your guildmaster. So he's gonna go back to his homeland. I guess even NPCs have homelands to go to. Hey, wait a second!
Crimson versus